We are here to answer the question, is the Type 59 worth it in 2022? This is a follow-up video from one I made last year, but this tank has since been buffed. I have two replays for you. The first one I will shoot only standard ammo, and the second one I will shoot only gold ammo. Just to be clear, Type 59 and Type 59G are the same tank. So when I say Type 59, they apply to both tanks. So the Type 59 is a tier 8 medium tank with preferential matchmaking. This means it never sees tier 10s unless you platoon with someone not driving a preferential matchmaking tank. As you can see, some of the buffs have direct consequence to the results you are seeing right now. I'm able to get to this position 4 kilometers an hour quicker than what it used to get in the past. Like in 2021, last year. This tank, of course, was buffed sometime in middle or the third quarter, fourth quarter of last year. And yeah, this tank was once, very powerful, one of the most OP tanks from 2012 to about 2016, but it was eventually power crept, and by 2018 it was no longer a competitive tank. For the most part, when the T-44-100 arrived in the end of 2016 as a marathon tank, the Type 59 became a second-class citizen. Now you see me here firing all standard shells, and it is more than enough to fight in tier 8 matchmaking games, easily to pen the sides of tanks, sometimes on the front of tanks as well. But you're gonna see me struggle here trying to shoot the AMX 65T because one, he is playing well and he is angled. I eventually fire one round of gold shell against the AMX 65T there towards the end of the game, but 2.5 minutes into the game I'm already up 2000 plus damage, and I've already blocked 720 damage. One of the buffs that were made on this tank was the turret armor, but the turret armor buff was done in 2019. This tank was buffed a couple of times. That's because this tank is kind of like the golden child of World of Tanks. This tank is the poster child. This tank needs to be slightly OP because this tank was very desirable at one point, and although it's lost its luster, I think the devs are trying to, make it stronger again, make it desirable again, make this tank, special again. And to do that, they've had to buff it twice. So the 200 millimeters of turret armor buffed to 230 millimeters of armor. This was done in 2019. The first buff they made to this tank. If you look, they also increased the power to weight ratio of this tank. It was 14.44, now it's 18.06, very comparable to a T-44-100. The speed, in fact, it is now faster than a T-44-100, if I'm not mistaken. A T-44-100 only has 52 kilometers an hour speed going forward. Among other things that it buffed is also the aim time from 2.21 to 1.92, exactly like a T-44-100. Why the T-44-100? Because the T-44-100 is the benchmark. The T-44-100 basically is the tank that replaced the Type 59 in its how to say, kind of like dethroned the Type 59 when it first appeared, and now that the 59 has been buffed in 2019 and less than 6 months ago buffed again, you can see the difference. the dispersion from 0.39, which was not that great. Now it's 0.35. You can get it down to about 0.30. Pretty good dispersion. Now you see the equipment I'm using right here is vents, rammer, and vertical stabilizer. This helps the performance very much. Now in this account, I do not have what do you call that? The fourth equipment, so I'm using this aim stabilizer thing. Otherwise I would have run a double vertical stabilizer as a the fourth equipment, whatever you call it, and that would have helped the vertical stabilization even better. Now 18 shots fired, I hit all 18 of them and penetrated 11 of them. That was with standard ammo. On this map, steps, we are spawned in the north. I was going down the south on the 9-0 line, cleared everything there. There were no tanks there, and I did 0 damage. Now I am back on defensive duty because we lost the 1-2 line, completely collapsed, and I'm back here to defend. We are down 3-4 tanks at this point, and we have less than 1/4 of the map. Now on this game, I am purposely firing full gold shells just to show you the maximum potential of this tank and how good this tank is. This time I'm running IRM instead of vents because this will help me double up my vertical stabilization. Basically, my shooting on the move will improve slightly because I'm running an IRM and a vertical stabilizer together. Again, my fourth equipment, I'm running the snapshot directive. If I had bonds to use the vertical stabilizer directive, I would have used that and made my vertical stabilization even better. Now you see me here, no problem hitting my targets at this medium distance while this IS-3A is trying to close me down. I'm firing full gold shells, and you can see the difference between gold shells and standard ammo. 900 meters per second versus gold shells, which is APCR 1125 meters per second shell velocity. This makes penetration and shooting at long distances a lot more comfortable. Again, the buff on this tank in regards to the dispersion and the reload time has made a world of difference in this tank in the last 6 months. The reload time 8.4 seconds down to 7.9. I get this down to about 6+ seconds with all the equipment, with the rammer, with the BIA crew skill. This crew is not an OP crew. In fact, this crew is only a 4 skilled crew. The reason why this tank is performing so well in a situation like this is because I am hull down and using my 230 turret armor buffed from 200 millimeters. This is what is making the difference. I purposely chose to get into this position because if you're familiar with this steps map, if you play a lot of clan wars, competitive game modes, you know this position very well. This is a very hard to dig out position if you are in here, because there is a slight dip in the tracks where you are protected on the left by the railroad tracks from guys shooting you from the left, so they can't penetrate the side of your turret, and the front of your turret. If you're facing oncoming traffic from the 1-2 line, you can easily hull down here. What I'm doing here is moving forwards and backwards, trying to make it difficult for the IS-2S to hit me. He's got the best shot on me. If I have my teammates shooting at the IS-2S, I would have survived a lot longer. Now you see me start getting into this position with absolutely 0 damage. I did nothing on the 9-0 line. When I went to clear it, there was no enemies there, nothing to shoot at, 0 damage. As soon as I get into this hull down position, 2.9k damage, and I blocked nearly 2000 damage with just the turret of this tank. 2022, is the Type 59 worth it? I have to say a resounding yes. Is it better than the T44-100? I'm gonna say, in this situation where you can use the turret armor, I'm gonna say yes, because the Type 59 turret armor is 230 millimeters frontally, while the T44-100 is only 190 millimeters. These two tanks aim at exactly the same time, 1.92 seconds. The reload time, the Type 59 is like 1/4 of a second slower than the T44-100, so it fires just as quick as the T44-100. This is actually a very, very good tank, almost on par. Actually, it is on par. In fact, it could be even slightly better than the T44-100 in 2022, and I really have enjoyed the Type 59, the newly buffed, modified Type 59. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.